Everything is early. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, baby. Gosh, I'm early. Welcome. I'm 1 minute early. I don't think I've ever done that. Make some noise. If you are in the building, make some noise if you're in the building. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Here at the Beacon recording. Beautiful days to be alive. Special day for the Meaningwave faithful. Very special day for the Meaningwave faithful. Check your email. Check your email, Meaningwave faithful. Check your Patreon if you're on the Patreon. Check your members tab if you're a member. If you ever bought an NFT, oh my goodness, you'll be wanting to check your wallet.
Simply put, a mythology is a set of stories of ideas that tries to make sense of the world and our place.
Special day for Fool Killer.
No special knowledge or education is required. You need only a deep interest in what it means to be alive.
There are two kinds of mythology. What is called the right. The mythology of the village compound that keeps you fixed in the context of your world. You grow up here, you live as expected, you live a dignified, successful, and in a rich society, a richly developed life.
Yeah, you do.
On the other hand, you may flip out. You may have the feeling of incongruities here. This doesn't go with me. And then you move out. You move out into a realm of danger. This is known as the left-hand path. Left-hand path. You follow the way of your own bliss, and you are in a realm for which there are no rules. You follow the way of your own bliss, and since your bliss is not mine, you don't know where you're going. Here you will live a life of danger, creativity, perhaps not a respected life, but certainly an interesting one. And these are the two choices. And there are mythologies for both. Which is local to each culture. And then there is what I would call the general mythology of the hero journey. The night sea journey, the hero quest. Where the individual is going to bring forth in his life something that was never beheld before. Namely the fulfillment in time and space of his own potentialities, which are peculiar to himself. Fulfillment in time and space of his own potentialities, which are peculiar to himself. You follow the way of your own bliss, and you are in a realm for which there are no rules. You follow the way of your own bliss, and since your bliss is not mine, you don't know where you're going. 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 You don't know. You follow the way of your own bliss, and since your bliss is not mine, you don't know where you're going.
Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. Wave Nation. Brave people. God bless you, one and all. Welcome. Smash up yonder like. Holler at the homies in the discords and the group chats and all of the places. Let it be known we are live. Let it be known we are in the building. And it's a special day. A lot of people have been waiting a long time for this day. They didn't know this day was coming. They did not expect this day to be today. Did anyone expect this day to be today? You don't even know what I'm talking about, some of you. Fool Killer knows what day it is. nice, that's right. This ain't nice, I don't know what is. Smash that like. We got Fulker in the house. He's been a member for 14 months. And a big fan of that. You just heard that the first track from our unreleased album, known to Meaningwave fans as that Sweet Unreleased. It's been called that. The unreleased Joseph Campbell album. It's got a name. The name is Mythos. That's track 1 from Mythos. It's called Follow the Way. Full Killer says, thank you, Akira, for the greatest gift I could receive. A long-time dream fulfilled. That's right. We today just sent out that album to anyone who's ever supported us that we have a record for. If you've bought something in the shop, if you've backed one of the vinyl campaigns, if you're on the Patreon, if you're on any of the member places, we have sent you that album, that unreleased album. That's previously only existed on my hard drive. Like a couple of rare people that managed to get hold of it, maybe 3. Now you have it. You have it. If you've ever bought an NFT from us, I minted 70 very, very special Mythos NFTs, and I sent them to you one by one, hand by hand. I transferred them from my wallet to yours. I sat there for hours doing that, and I was very, very precarious. It's a very scary thing doing wallet transfers. You don't want to mess that up. You don't want to send it to the wrong wallet. You know, when there's only a limited amount of them that exist and ever can. That's crazy. Logan Mars, thank you for the super chat. He says, I can't believe this released. This week, I went through streams and recorded every single Campbell unreleased. This week, bro. That was crazy. What up, Mute Barbecue? Appreciate the support. Says, Meaningwave exists. Yeah, it's true. It did do. It did do. You know that album, I was in a special place when I made that album. It's a special album. Arden Lucas heard it. And a couple people heard it, and he interviewed me recently, and he said something about, like, in his opinion, the best Meaningwave album is unreleased, and that's a tragedy. It was a very special place when I made that album. And not being able to release it was very painful. I remember when I found out, I was on a bus. I nearly caused an accident. Yeah. But you know, I was thinking, well, me and Mama Dunn, we was thinking, like, we wanted to give you guys something. We wanted to give you something, you know? To thank you for being with us. You know, we're celebrating 5 years of Meaningwave this year. 5 years. 5 incredible years of Meaningwave. And the past year has been pretty intense for us. I'm sure for lots of people. But for us, it's been a very intense year. You know, we had a life. We had a future planned. And that was removed, you know? And we spent the year, you know, sort of partly not knowing if we were getting that back or not, and then creating a new life here in Mexico. And you know, we wanted to find a way of thanking all of you that have been with us, you know, that have been here and that have supported us and supported Meaningwave, you know, without whom this wouldn't exist. And I realized, oh my goodness, yeah, we could give you Mythos, you know, we could give you Mythos. And you know, you've heard songs from it on the streams, and people always ask for them, people always request for them. It's like one of the things that people ask for most. And it's like, shit, I could just give it you. So that's what we've done. We have given you Mythos as a little gesture of, you know, appreciation for all that you've given us, you know, and yeah. User deleted says, are you ever going to be able to move back to America? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that country. And I don't think a lot of people do. Strange things going on all over the place. But right now, we can't go in there because, we did not want or need a particular medical procedure. And currently, they won't let you in the country if you've not, had that. And I have no interest in having that. And I have no interest in being, forced to do things of that nature by governments or anyone, So we're in Mexico, and we're very, very blessed to be here in Mexico. It's a beautiful place we find ourselves in with beautiful people. I discovered the glory of physical exercise out here amongst all manner of other things. So we are deeply, deeply blessed. But we love America, and I'd love to return, even just to say hi. I had a friend send me an Instagram message today, telling me he's getting married and wondering if I could DJ their wedding in Big Sur, and it would be a big reunion for a whole bunch of us who used to work together in this club that I DJ'd at. And I'd love to be able to even do that, but who knows? Who knows? John Hable Smith says, pray for Alex Jones. I always do. Is there a specific reason? Is he okay? D-Man says it's NFT season. That's real. User deleted says, I hate myself because there was an exquisite unreleased Campbell single that was only played once and I never found it again. Follow your obsession or something? I don't know. Where was it? Where did you find it? Because it was never released. The first song we played there was called Follow the Way. And that's the first track from Mythos. You should have Mythos now. Check your email. Let me know. Have you got Mythos? In the chat, make some noise. Do you have Mythos? Have you checked your spam? Make sure to whitelist WeCare@meaningwave.com. The email address. Whitelist that. We have some trouble with aggressive spam filters. Sometimes, everybody does. So I would definitely do that. If I was you, Elder Millennial says, got my gift, Akira the Don. Thank you. Shaky says, MAZ, a special place. I'm so happy. Mexico is awesome for the Dons. It really, really is. It really, really is. And maybe you all can come see us out here. Maybe we could have a big party, Maybe we could have a big party and you all could come over. It's not that far. That's what's cool about where we are. It's not that far for when things change, Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. My TV is doing real beautiful stuff right now. Oh boy, baby. Oh boy. Hey. Rap mess. Still working on fully understanding my new setup. It's cool, right? It's looking cool. I can do cool things. Mark says, go to Norway. I'm very happy here, honestly. We love it here. And we're close for when things might change. We can pop over and say hi. Here is perfect. Certainly for me, it's the perfect climate for me. It's beautiful and warm. And there's geckos. And there's big ass lizards wandering around like cats, and there's cats wandering around like cats. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. User deleted says, turns out Akira is even more bass than we knew. I know why people would expect different, but I don't like to go on about shit. Everyone likes to go on about shit all the time. Everyone likes to be screaming about this, that, and the other. And I don't. I like to try and be as I would wish things to be in myself, and let that hopefully lead some kind of an example. And I try and make useful work to help And I don't want to be involved in fights and arguments because I don't think they help much. I don't think I've ever seen anyone's mind changed in some kind of a shouty online fashion. I don't know. Yeah, you know, we just out here aiming at being maximally useful with what God gave us, with this little bit of time we got, you know? That's what we're up to. Word XP says Jones filed for bankruptcy. Damn, that's probably good. They're trying to destroy him. So, like, sometimes bankruptcy is the smart thing to do. I mean, 50 Cent did it once. He's groovy. You know? 50 Cent's now like one of the biggest guys in TV. Shouts out to 50 Cent. Word XP says he needs Saul Goodman. Who doesn't? Is that good? I still haven't seen it. Ooh, this can come closer to me. That's nice. Hey. What up, members time? What up? Says, got it. You got it. Nice. I'm glad. D-Man says, We Care is awesome. You mean We Care at MEANINGWAVE.com? Greatest customer service on earth. All done by my beautiful wife, Charlotte. My beautiful wife, Charlotte, is the person you're talking to over there. And what a wonderful job she does. What a wonderful job she does. To Slay Another is not a song I've heard from the unreleased. Please play it. Blessings, says Logan Mars. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I haven't played everything off that album. You know, there's 10 songs on that album. Some of them you've heard, some of them you've not heard, depending on who you are and where you are and all that kind of business. You know, some of you, you know, only just found Meaningwave. I get messages from people every day currently saying they just discovered Meaningwave. I don't know where they're finding it and how they're finding it. I think a lot of it has things to do with you guys telling people about the existence of Meaningwave, which I've always asked you to do. I'm very glad you did. Cindy Bailey says, Mythos exists in my music library. Hurrah! Leo Kai says, yeah, got it. Logan Mars says, Tengo Mythos es perfecto. Hey. Logan Mars tienes Mythos. I wonder what Mythos is in Espanol. Tienes, tú tienes, yo tengo, nosotros tenemos. I believe that's we have, right? I'm learning all that stuff. Nosotros tenemos. Mike Besser says, thank you so much, Akira. Mythos will be added to my daily playlist ASAP. I'm glad, you know, some people can't fuck with MP3s. Some people don't know what to do when you send them an MP3 now. Everyone just wants like it to exist within Spotify. Praise the Dawn. Any way to get Mythos if we've only subbed on YouTube, says Dark. If you're a YouTube member, you've got it. Check the members tab. It's waiting there for you. Dark, it is waiting there for you. If you are a channel member, if you're on the Patreon, if you're if you're on Bandcamp, it's there on Bandcamp. If you're on Bandcamp, you can download it in the format of your choice. You can get a WAV or whatever. If you're subscribed on Bandcamp, subscribing on Bandcamp I recommend because you automatically get everything we release as soon as it comes out in the format of your choice. WAV, AIF, FLAC, MP3, all of it. You know, you can get a low quality MP3 if you want. You can get a low quality MP3 if you want. User Deleted says, if we become a member now, can we still listen to Mythos? Yes, actually. If you become a member now, you will be able to access it. Yeah. So there you go. Dark says, do level 1 subs get the album? Yeah, everyone gets the album. Everyone who's ever supported us in any way that I've been able to track. If you bought a t-shirt, a poster, you know, if you backed the vinyl campaign, if you donated $5 to the first vinyl campaign in 2020, 2019, any way we've had of being able to still have your address on file, we've sent you an email, and any of the contemporary channels of support, you can get it there. And like I said, if you've ever bought an NFT, I sent you one. I sent you a special NFT. I transferred it from my wallet to yours. So there. So there you are. Yeah. And if you don't have it and you think you should, check your spam. You know, check your spam, whitelist, we care at meaningwave.com. And if you still can't find it and you think you should, email us, we care at meaningwave.com. How about that? Jose Ornella says, come visit Biblioteca Social Reconstructor, which slightly confuses me. Biblioteca means library, and social reconstructor, well, you can imagine what that is, but come means to eat, or como means I eat, come means someone eats, come is you eat, right? Tu come, el come, yo como, some shit like that. Hey. Shaky says, love you, Maslanchins. Isn't that nice? Cosmic Kangaroo says, I got Mythos and it's my birth mass tomorrow. Hoorah, what a great day. Great day, woo. Great day, woo. Ain't that nice? User deleted says, it was follow the way or follow your bliss. I'd eat raw sardines to hear it again, lol. Ah. In which case, I know what it was. It wasn't follow the way. You heard that. That was the first track you heard. That was the first track you heard. No. What it was. What's this? Whoa! Whoa!
And the moral is that the realization of your bliss, your true being, comes when you have put aside passing moment with its terror and with its temptations and its statement of requirements of life. That you should live this way. Well, I always tell my students, follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. Your bliss, where the deep sense of being informed, going where your body and soul want to go. When you have that feeling, then stay with it and don't let anyone throw you off. One fine evening, I was in my favorite restaurant. At a table was sitting a father, a mother, and a scrawny little boy, about 12 years old. The father says to the boy, drink your tomato juice. The boy says, I don't want to. The father, with a louder voice, says, drink your tomato juice. And the mother says, don't make him do what he doesn't want to do. Father looks at her and he says, he can't go through life doing what he wants to do. If he does only what he wants to do, he'll be dead. Look at me. I've never done the thing I wanted to in all my life. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. A poet is one who's made a profession and a lifestyle of being in touch with that. Most people have to be concerned with other things. They get themselves involved in economic and other activities, or you're drafted into a war that isn't the one you're interested in. Most people living in that realm of occasional concerns, they all have the capacity that's waiting to be awakened. Well, we're having experiences all the time, which may, on occasion, render some sense of this. A little intuition of where your joy is. Grab it. No one can tell you what it's going to be. You've got to learn to recognize your own depths. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. the field of your bliss, and they open doors to you right there, wherever you are. If you're following your bliss, follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be.
Joseph Campbell from that sweet unreleased Mythos, available to you. Supporters of Meaning Wave, available to you and only you. And shit, who else matters but you, huh? Who else matters but you? What up, Logan Wise? Appreciate the support. Says, drink your tomato juice. Exactly. Landy Lodge is in the house. Says, keep crushing. Don, thanks for sharing your bliss. Hey, what an honor that is, huh? What an honor that is. We got a new member. Hello, user deleted. Welcome to level 1. You'll be able to do things like download the mixes and things like that, and also a special anthem. Amazing. What up, Orlando Salvador says, thank you so much for the music. Helped me so much. What an honor! What an honor! Orlando Salvador, which is a wonderful name, Orlando Salvador. Orlando Salvador. That sounds like a mysterious gentleman who you might find on an international train. You know what I mean? You might find him in the smoking section of a train in Peru. You know what I mean? With an interesting looking bag. Smoking a very long, thin cigarette that smells of candy. Orlando Salvador. Orlando Salvador is like a really good name for I was gonna say like a superhero identity, but the whole fuck a superhero identity, like the whole hero. Orlando Salvador. Orlando Salvador is the kind of name that you would see on the front of like one of those pulp books. You ever found yourself in an abandoned old castle / mansion in some woods in North Wales, and the whole thing's been like half broken and fallen down and overgrown, and you find a stable, you know, and in the stable there's a pile of books that's been set on fire, but some of the books remain, and you look at the books and they're old books from like 1900 and something, or 1893 or some shit like that, those kind of books, and one of them would be like an adventure starring Orlando Salvador. And he'd have like a cutlass on the front, you know? What a guy! Speaking of what a guy, Mark Andrew Dimmer says, I just introduced a great Alan Watts EDM creator to you yesterday. Of course, instantly fell in love. Well, isn't that nice? Thank you. Shouts out to everyone who introduces. You know, shouts out to the introducers out there doing that introducing. What would happen if you were not doing that? Not much would happen if it weren't for you doing that. You know? What up, Pixie? Hello, Pixie. Thank you for the NZ899 and the purple hearts. That's very nice of you. Shouts out user deleted. What up, user deleted? A brand new member. A brand new member. Oh my goodness. I gotta switch over to the CRT. Look how beautiful the CRT is. Oh boy. I just got it real dialed in, real nice today, to the point, sometimes I get it dialed in, if you're listening on the podcast, there's a visual aspect to this show which you miss out on, and it's really cool because I do, my music video production is done with a lot of analog technology, which is over on this side of the room. And if you're watching this, you can see one of my televisions, and you can see some visuals that are being fed through the analog television. And if I move my microphone slightly, I was talking with Charlotte earlier, and we need to set it up so that I can access this stuff while we're streaming, so I can affect it more, you know, so I can do more with it live. As it is currently, I kind of dial in a look with my machines towards the beginning of the show and then leave that for the show. Currently we have a beautiful neon stripy rainbow kind of a thing going on. It's very, very nice. What do you think, chat? Let me know what you think of this beautiful situation. And we have some nice footage here, which was used in this is actually the AMV edit. This is Sakura Bipolar's AMV edit for If I Were the Devil, you know? Which is different to the final version, because the final version obviously did a lot of analoging and editing and chopping up and what have you, but this is just that going through my very first circuit bent analog box, which is still my favorite actually. I've got a lot of these now, but this one's my favorite. It's like very, very particular because I've used it so much. Like if you kind of if you touch it, it'll completely change, so you have to be very careful. Ooh, see that? I slightly touched it and it's different now, but anyway. That's been a real nice thing to do, and it's been a nice thing to develop, is my analog video stuff. And it's kind of nice because I work almost in a very digital fashion with my music, although I utilize a lot of musicians and sampling of organic things, but I work inside a DAW, a digital audio workstation. So it's nice doing almost like the opposite with a lot of the video stuff, which is all running through all these different boxes and old machines. It's a nice bringing together of the whole thing that I like aesthetically. You know, I'm not one of these people who longs for an idealized past, and I'm also not one of these people striving for a utopian future. I'm very much a man of this moment. You know, my record label was called Living in the Future, because I always felt I was. But these days I'm very, very happy to be here. And what I've discovered is that the closer you are to here, if you're creating, what you do is you really do intone the future, and then you manifest that future, you know. And you can kind of like tune into which version of it you like best, you know. And you can help bring that about. I think that's a job of the art making person. You know, so it's always important to pay attention. Word XP says, hope the gas fees didn't cost too much. The gas fees for sending all those NFTs, they didn't cost too much. It ended up being like, I don't know, a couple $100 or something. I was like, oh my lord, yeah, is this gonna be murderous? Sometimes gas fees can be murderous. Today was relatively chill for gas fees. So that's nice. That was nice. What up, Logan Mars? He's going to be listening to Mythos in its entirety while walking the coast at 5 a.m. Blessings. Isn't that nice? That's lovely. Nightbot says, check out the complete Meaningwave merch collection here. Yes, good idea, Nightbot. You should do that. Sardine Brulee says, how much do you squat now with CrossFit? It depends how many reps I'm doing, and it depends if it's a front squat or a back squat. But like, if I'm doing like sort of like sets of 5, I'm doing like 60 on each side, I would say, I think. Or was it? No, 65. I'm getting up to 65 on each side, on the back. Am I doing that on the front as well? Maybe a little less on the front. And oh shit, yeah, it depends how many. I kind of freaked myself out the other day because I was doing 45s on each side on front squat with like the lunge squat, front squat, like sets of 10, and it felt like pretty easy, so that was good. Yeah, obviously I've been off this week, which I'm very annoyed about, because I was building up. I'm basically at a year, like right about now, so I want to take my like year before and after photo and do tests. You know, I haven't fucking weighed myself. I have no idea on the weight. I haven't weighed myself for years, but I did take a picture You know, so I'm going to do one of those before and after pictures. So we shall see. We shall know, you know. We shall see and we shall know. Oh my lord, there's a lot of messages I have not seen. Panning gas. Panning gas. I don't know if it was Paningas or Paningas, Paningas. Either way, thank you for the super chat and the victory guy. Appreciate you. I appreciate all the messages you've been sending me, bad motherfucker. Yeah. Shecky Pavel says best CRT anywhere. For real. Ain't nobody do it like my CRT do it. You know, sometimes like a word starts to mean something else. So like CRT was starting to mean something else to some people or whatever, but I just fucking, I don't give a shit. I'm walking through that. I don't care. CRT to me, that's my cathode ray TV, motherfucker. I don't care about whatever bullshit you be on. No. No. Yo, Mark Andrew Demaris said I was just talking about manifesting yesterday. Quite right too. But we're always doing it. There's a lot of things we're always doing, whether we want to be or not, you know? And that's one of them. That's one of them. You're creating. You know what I mean? You always be creating. That's what you do. You're a powerful being. Did you know? Germanicus says just finished Dune Wave. Which one? You mean the EP or do you mean the epic, like fucking 24-hour audio musical book journey? Audio musical book journey. Oh my goodness. Shaky Pebbles says super tasty purples and pinks too. Yeah. Super, yeah. I know, it's just perfect colors. It's my full-blown... This TV, this was the first thing I did when I get to Mexico was buy this TV so I could keep doing my video work, you know? And I got this from like... it was so funny where I bought it from, the place. I found the guy on like Facebook Market or something. And it was like $20 or something, this TV, if that. Yeah. And I drove out in a cab with this guy, and he was really nice. And he was like driving, then he's like, we started like running out of road and going into like bits of bush and bramble. And where we got it from, it was like signpost by a pile of burning trash. And it was like a weird little town, barrio village, like in the middle, kind of in the middle of a sort of like circle of sort of jungle and trash piles. And then in the middle of it was this like little, kind of almost like a little village, and they'd got stacks of tires to mark walkways and stuff, and they had beautiful flowers growing all over them. The children were playing, and it was really beautiful, you know. It was just like magical. It was like something out of a movie. And this guy like steps out of his little shop, you know, where he's selling Coca-Colas for like nothing. Coca-Cola costs nothing out here. It's like 19p. Or like, it's like 50 cents for like a bottle. And the bottles of Coca-Cola here, they used to sell those in Los Angeles for like a lot, because like Mexican Coca-Cola is apparently better because it uses real sugar or some shit, I don't know. Anyway, he sold me this TV, and it was so much better than the TV I had back in Texas, which I'd spent a lot of money on relatively. This TV is great. Shouts out to everybody logged in. So did everybody get their email? If you're checked, if you checked your emails, if you checked your download sections, have you all got your album? Let me know. Ahaya says my glutes are so fucking blasted. Yeah, mine too, my ass is amazing these days. Got a big, mighty, thick ass. Yeah. I didn't realize, I don't really know much about those masses. All these ladies getting asses, right? Getting the ass implant things. They could just do some fucking squats, couldn't they? I didn't realize. I was like, oh, you can actually get more ass. You just have to sort of sit up and down a bit, you know what I mean? That's crazy to me that people are literally out there getting like bags of, I don't know what the fuck they're putting in it. I don't know what it's made out of, like old tires melted down or some shit. I don't know what these people are up to, but they're putting it in their asses, which can't be a good idea. I mean, it just can't be a good idea. What if you sit down all the time on your ass? You might sit on a pin. You know what I mean? You might sit on a drawing pin. You know, when I was at school, I used to put drawing pins on people's chairs if I didn't like them. You know what I mean? I did that a couple of times. Like, you could do that, then what? Then your ass be leaking all over the place. Like, I just see so much room for error in that kind of procedure. And all you need to do is just, you know, whoop, use that. You know what I mean? Drop it low when the whistle blow, or that. Like, and once you practice a bit, you get good at it, and then it's really satisfying. And then after you've been doing it for a while, when you think you got it down, like I remember when I did my first, like, I was doing back squat for a while and I'd get like pretty down. But when I got it, there's a level you go with, there's an extra level of depth that exists beyond what you thought was the place. And that's such a special place. God is down there. You ever want to talk to God, right? Pick up some super heavy shit and squat, right? And when you're at the bottom, time will slow down and the light will change. Everything will seem to sort of disappear and it'll just be you and God down there, you know? And you can ask him whatever you want, you know? And you can think about whatever you want down there, and that's where it all is, right? The deeper the squat, the deeper the meditation, you know? What is it? I had a little thing. Oh yeah, the deeper the squat, the deeper the thoughts, the deeper the connection to the Lord, you know? And you be getting that ass. You know what I mean? So you can get down, you can meet God, and you can get that magnificent rear at the same time. I don't know what these people are doing. Go and see these doctors in Beverly Hills. They'll be putting like melted down Mr. Blobbies and shit, melted down Barney the dinosaur in their butt. Busker says God is in that ass. That's the truth. That's the triple truth. Roof. Pixie, what's up? Says, got my album. Hurrah! 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 Shaky Pebbles says, bags of Soylent Green. Yo, bags of old socks, bags of coins. Pixie Cat says, cheek implants. Yo, whatever they put in that guy they pretend runs America. What the weird things they've done to that guy's head. And I don't know if it's one guy or 15 guys or a bunch of robots or what, but like they've obviously all had weird modifications and they're so bad. It's like we're just not good at plastic surgery. I don't think we are, because it always looks bad and monstrous and increasingly so. It's not like I feel like it's no better now than it was, you know, when they fucked up Pete Burns. You know? Remember Pete Burns, Dead or Alive? You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like, they did weird fucking things to that guy's face. Sylvester Stallone's mom, you know? Homeboy from, what was that? Some Like It Hot? You know that Marilyn Monroe movie? That's a good movie, man. That's like an intense movie to watch around, like, your parents. Like, I know that these days... They be mad explicit with, like, pop music and stuff these days, right? You know, Ariana Grande Latte lady, she'd be, like, talking about, like, effing me in the B and the P and the whatever the flip it is in a pop song for children. Oh, my goodness, what are they up to? These people, they're disgusting. Deranged, disgrace, gross, creepy. Do you know what? It's like, and people are like, oh, you prude. No, it's just cringe. These people cringe. Anyway, though, but it's not in like any way kind of arousing or enticing or exciting, or it doesn't make you blush. It just makes you embarrassed for her father and her ancestors and her mother and her grandmother and everybody else. But like Marilyn Monroe, Some Like It Hot, those back in the day type joints, that shit's just like, what? That shit will like blow your face off. They be doing like little looks and shit like that. It's just like, yo, that shit is too much. Like, that is too much for TV and shit. No wonder society, like, you know what I mean, went the way it did. You'd be putting shit like that out. Oh my goodness. Look at this, look how beautiful. Ow! Edward Cornwell, thank you for the support. He says, God bless all your squat thoughts, my fellows. Exactly. Yeah. Ahoya says, nah, it's not the surgeons, it's the people who get surgery. Those fuckers have weird ideas of beauty, do they? Is it them though? So are people really in there going like, make me look like a fucking monster? You know, make me look like a cat creature. Make me look like a strange cat creature from an Egyptian bust from days yonder. Marx has good advice. He says, don't inject Shrek. Great advice. Don't inject Shrek. Shrek is not Shrek. Word XP says the girl who played Kill Bill 2, her face is way off. Or Uma Thurman. Yeah, Uma Thurman used to look like Uma Thurman, right? And I saw something recently and it said it was her, and I was like, that's fucking not her. That looks nothing like Uma Thurman. I know what Uma Thurman looks like. No one else on earth looked like Uma Thurman. She had a very unique visage. And now she don't. What's her name? One of the saddest ones that I ever did see was the lady who played Ferris Bueller's sister. Jennifer Connelly or something. I don't know. And I think she was in Dirty Dancing, but I never saw Dirty Dancing because I'm not a girl. All right? I'm not a lady, so I did not see Dirty Dancing. But anyway, she had a nose job. She don't look like her. Like, the whole thing about her was that, like, her defining characteristic was her lovely nose. And she went and chopped it off, and then she didn't look like her, so then, like, that ruined her career. What is wrong with people? What is wrong, baby? I was realizing today, well, not today, it's a thing I've been thinking about recently, but whenever you watch, like, what was I watching? I was watching the Bee Gees. A music video, a Bee Gees music video. I'd never seen it. Staying Alive has a music video, you know? And they basically like go dancing around in an abandoned house. But anyway, one of them, he's one of these guys who's sort of like sort of half bald, you know, but he's got like long hair. Everyone used to do that, right? People would go like a bit bald, but they'd still have like long hair. Some people would be completely bald and they'd like have lots of hair at the sides, at the back. You know, some people would just be straight bald, but like, and you'd see him in movies and in TV, and you'd see him in pop songs. You don't see him anymore. No one allows himself to go bald anymore. They all get transplants. So, like, no one in movies and TV shows is bald, apart from Jason Statham, who's such a bad motherfucker. He's like One Punch Man. He's like, you know what I mean? He, like, scared the hair away from him just by being such a bad motherfucker. But, like, it's very disproportionate now. So now I think it's fucked up, because, like, people who are bald in real life, which is, like, most guys, like, they got no role models, you know what I mean? And they like don't got no one to look to, and then they'll think they're going to go to Turkey and get weird operations, you know what I mean? Like Logan Paul's friend, you know what I mean? Now they're totally normalizing going to Turkey and getting weird operations for dudes. That's not manly, you know what I mean? That's not a manly thing to do. Go to Turkey and have someone draw on your head with a Sharpie, right? And then like tear all the hair off your ass and stitch it into your head. I don't know where they get it from, but like something like that. I think it's something like that. Now, and also I'm not like, you know, casting aspersions or whatever. I'm just saying it's disproportionate. You know, there used to be bald people for us to look up to, like Larry David. You know what I mean? He still exists, I suppose. Who else was bald and was great? George Costanza. You know what I mean? Poirot. Brian Eno. You know what I mean? BSKA says The Rock rocks baldy. Yeah, he does. Although I don't know if he counts. But yes, he does. He does. Shouts out to him. Well, I don't know if I can shout him out. I don't know about that guy. Didn't he like use his adrenochrome fueled biceps to throw Joe Rogan under a bus? Didn't he do that? I think he did. She wants to be president, you know, or Oprah, or both. You know what I mean? And I can't fuck with those people. I don't fuck with that. You know what I mean? I don't respect that. Anyway. Did everyone get their album yet? Shaky Pavel says, yes, album was in my mail. Mark Andrew Dimmer says the wisdom coming out of this stream is mind-blowing. Always the way. User deleted says squatliness is next to godliness. Truth, truth, truth. Triple truth roof. Yo, what's really good, what was great for me, was when I could do wall squats properly. When I could do that, because that was really difficult for me at first, to squat and chuck a ball up at a wall and it come back down and do that. I did like 3 of them as I go vomit. You know, now I can do it all day long. Go, psh, psh, you know what I mean? And what's cool is when you can wall squat, which is, you know, squatting with a big heavy ball, going down, picking it up and chucking it, you can start applying the same logic to people in your vicinity. You can start picking people up and yeeting them as if they were medicine balls, right? And that just improves your quality of life and the quality of life of people in your general vicinity. You can just start straight up yeeting people all over the place. People love it. You can yeet them high in the air and they get closer to God, not realizing they could just squat and do the same thing. You know what I mean, though? It's a magical, beautiful, magical, magical thing. By Jove. Let's listen to another song from this amazing new record. Look at all this new music we're getting. Oh my God, we haven't even mentioned Jocko this stream. We haven't even mentioned there's a flipping new Jocko single out right now. Who's heard? Chat. Who's heard the new Jocko single? Yo. Who's heard that? We haven't even mentioned that we have a flipping album vinyl campaign going on. Oh, I'm so remiss. I'm still ill, but I'm just excited. You know, it's so nice hanging out with you guys. After all this time, it's so nice to be together again. You know what I mean? Let's see how the campaign's doing. We was on 80 backers yesterday, and oh, look at that. It's like an old video. Like an old video. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. Let me get that link. Let's see how we're doing in our campaign, our Vizinal campaign to get the Vizinal. We're doing Meditations Volume 1 with Marcus Aurelius. We're trying to get it on vinyl. We're aiming it. We're doing it. We're not trying. We're doing it. We're doing it. What are we doing? Oh, shit. Look, we got 82 backers. Oh! We got 82 backers, brothers and sisters. We're inching closer to our baseline goal to get it pressed. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, shouts out to everyone who's backed this campaign. Make some noise in the chat if you backed this campaign. And make some noise if you are excited to get MEANINGWAVE on vinyl in general. Just get it on vinyl. Dark says, did you try for a vaccine waiver? I'm fighting the same battle right now, getting my Ukrainian girlfriend to the US without a DNI getting violated. God bless the wave. Hey, good for you. Good for you. I didn't try to get a waiver. I mean, I don't know if I applied for any on any religious exemptions or whatever, like, and just straight up being like, don't need it, don't want it, you don't get to tell me what I stick in my butt, how dare you type shit. I don't know. I know, I ain't going begging people anyway. And also, like, you know, I don't want to get in a situation where you get stuck in a place again. You know, and I don't want to get in a situation where they're shutting down states and borders and this, that, and the other, and you know, and I'm good here, it seems. Like, I landed in a beautiful place, and I'm very grateful to that. So, life moves in mysterious ways, you know. Lord moves in mysterious ways. Man plans, God laughs. You know, we were going to buy a house, build a house. We were going to do all this stuff. We were supposed to be going on tour this year. You know, we had all these plans to do all these things, and everything's different now, and that's cool, baby. That's cool. I've talked about it before. People talk about routines and, you know, oh, my daily routine and this, that, and the other, and all these things they got to do to be able to function. And I've been saying for a long time, that's all well and good, but you need to be able to function regardless, at the highest possible level, without any of that, because life will switch the fuck up, and you need to be able to keep moving, you know. And that really, I was really tested on that over the past year, and guess what? We kept it moving, right? We kept. It's so amazing how much music we were able to make and release, like working out of Airbnbs and cafes and the jungle. You know what I mean? Like, it's a beautiful thing. Great day, woo! Jimmy Wang. And great day, Woo. And shout out you. Shouts out everyone who's backed this vinyl campaign. Meditations, we're bringing it to vinyl. If you so wish, make it so. Hit the link, go to Indiegogo, and back that campaign. Reserve your Meaning Wave vinyl. Someone was asking, why is it on double vinyl? They're like, it's a short Meaning Wave album, relatively. Couldn't it fit on one vinyl? It's only like 50 minutes. Yeah, it's 20 minutes media. You want, basically, for good sounding vinyl, you don't want to put any more than 20 minutes on one side. So, yeah, it's a bit too long to fit on one vinyl. You could squeeze it, but you would have a reduction in the audio quality. And we can't be having that. What is the point in putting things on vinyl so that they may exist forever and survive atomic war and alien invasions, and particularly violent sunspot activity and the return of dinosaurs and the Nine, if it's not going to be the highest quality, So that's why. Dark says you got a good chance to get the waiver as long as you haven't had any shots in the past 10 years. Personal belief exemption. Either way, praise the way. I had no shots since I had a BCG at school, and I didn't know what the fuck that was or what they were doing. But it was more just out of I don't know. I always remember you'd see signs for a flu shot in the drugstore. You'd be like, hey, get a flu shot, and you'd be like, why? Flu's all right. I guess it makes sense if you're likely to be killed by flu, but I never was. You get flu, you feel a bit crappy for a couple of days, you move on. I ain't never trusted government drugs. You know what I mean? I was always like, I would never do government drugs. I was never into government drugs, even headache pills and shit like that. I didn't trust them. I'd seen too many things go wrong with people. You know what I mean? And especially then when I started having formative, youthful experiences, I knew some people who did government drugs, and they'd crush them up and shit. And those people didn't have a good time. You know what I mean? I used to know a guy who used to nick his mum's medication. You know what I mean? He'd crush that up and he'd do all sorts of stuff with it. And he was not a stable guy. You know what I mean? I never saw people having great experiences on government drugs. And I never trusted the government to do anything. So I certainly wouldn't trust them with drugs. That was my attitude as a youngling. And then what's sad is you're young and you're like, wow, drugs, man. They used to grow around the back of my science block, those mushroom ones. You know what I mean? And all manner of things. You'd be like, wow, drugs in the future, what are they going to be like? In the 90s, MDMA was popping off and people were getting all excited about all those sorts of things. Oh, drugs in the future. Then you go to the future. The future is government drugs. It's that you surely never do drugs now. Never do drugs nowadays. All these government drugs, and they just kill people. People just get really addicted to them. Really, really addicted. These government drugs seem way more addicted than I remember heroin being. And I used to know heroin people, And people seem to be having a way worse time on these government drugs than they ever did on those street drugs. And that's not surprising. All that's surprising to me is that the creativity seems to go out of the street level. Where are the modern day Walter Whites, cooking up something new for the people? You know what I mean? It's just all these weirdos bringing over rat poison from China for some reason. Why would you do it? Oh my lord. None of them seems to do anything interesting. You're in the future we'll have drugs and they'll make you able to remember your first memory and paint it, And now it's you can take this drug, it'll make you go to sleep on an airplane and die. Oh, cool. Give me 12. Or not.
These stories of mythology are simply trying to express a truth that can't be grasp any other way.
Well, I'll be.
It's the edge, the interface between what can be known and what is never to be discovered, because it is a mystery transcendent of all human research. The source of life. What is it? No one knows. It's important to live life with a knowledge of its mystery and of your own mystery. And it gives life a new zest, a new balance, harmony. going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent?
Oh no. Oh
It's
yes.
easy as that. No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Dragons represent greed, really. The European dragon guards things in his cave, and what he guards are heaps of gold and virgins. And he can't make use of either of them, but he just guards. There's no vitality of experience, either of the value of the gold or of the female sitting there. Psychologically, the dragon is one's own binding of oneself to one's ego, and you're captured in your own dragon cage. The power of the psychiatrist is to break that dragon, open him up, so that you can have a larger field of relationships. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive.
Ooh, killer.
The real dragon is in you. That's your ego holding you in.
That's right.
What I want, what I believe, what I can do, what I think I love, and all that. What I regard as the aim of my life and so forth. It might be too small.
Might be too small.
It might be that which pins you down. And if it's simply that of doing what the environment tells you to do, it certainly is pinning you down. And so the environment is your dragon as it reflects within yourself. As it reflects within yourself. As it. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent, yes, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, what's up? This song makes some noise. Make some noise. Here the Don Joseph Campbell. Yes to the serpent. Or no to the serpent. Easy as that. Mythos. Mama Dunn said she had an issue with the email send. I wonder if it worked. Did you all get your emails? I've seen a bunch of people saying they've got the record. Mythos. Akira and Joseph Campbell. That song is on that record. And you have a copy of it sent to you. If you've ever bought a Meaningwave NFT, I made special Mythos NFT today, and I minted up a bunch of them, as many as people who've bought NFTs, and I transferred one for each of those people from my wallet myself. It took me hours. It was great. I was scared. Thought I was gonna fuck it up. It's fine. And yeah, the album is basically everyone who has supported Meaningwave, anyone who's ever bought anything in the shop, anyone who has ever, who's on the Patreon or on the Bandcamp subscription over here. Anyway, I've got an address. We've sent you a copy of the album. You know, so check your email. Whitelistwecare@meaningwave.com, the email address, to make sure you get the email. And yeah, we've sent you that. So I was saying earlier, I said thank you for, you know, it's 5 years of Meaning Wave this year, and we wanted to say thank you, you know, and sending you guys that beautiful, special, unreleased album seemed like a good way of doing it. Mythos is mine, says Sheila. Magnificent. Sergio says, yes, Mama Don, we did, thank you. Wonderful. Full Killer got his, of course. XX Mad Dog Maja XX says, I say yes. Serpents represent knowledge and wisdom. You know, imagine we were still in that garden, just blissfully, noodly wandering around, and we would never have had any of these adventures, would we? Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? No light, no shadow, no shadow, no light. Every track on this one of those albums, every track is a banger. Like, every track is a banger. This album, this was when I was still doing my own mixing and mastering completely. I did like everything on this record. So it's kind of rough, it's kind of raw, and all the better for it, I think. I'm actually very glad. In another universe, you know, there weren't licensing problems with this record, and actually, no, it would have come out pretty much like this, because this was before I got James. Shouts out to James. You know, now we got James. Now things are a whole other level. James is my guy in Australia who does my mixing mastering. You know, I get it to a certain level of glory, and then I send it over to him, and then he like just really finesses it and makes it utterly magical. People go, Akira the Dawn, your shit sounds amazing. I say, yes, thank you. That's partly right. Speaking of shit sounding amazing. XX says it's on my phone now. I downloaded mine to my Google Drive, then uncompressed the folder using eStrong's File Explorer. Yeah, getting music on phones is hard these days, huh? It used to be the easiest thing in the world. You would just plug your phone in and drag the songs across, then you could play them. You try doing that with an iPhone, they really don't want you. You can download MP3s onto your phone, like from your Dropbox, and you can't fucking play them. Gandhi says, oh shoot, I better buy something so I can get my Mythos. I remember going crazy during the meaning streams. Look at you, you're supporting us right now. Send us an email, we care at meaningwave.com, and we'll send it. David Pablete, thank you for the super chat, you sweet. He says, this is FTM, for the movement, for the meaning wave, for the meaning. Shit yeah, fuck yeah. Shit, yeah, fuck yeah, stand by to get some. Shit, yeah, fuck yeah, stand by to get some. there might be some people in here who don't know what the fuck is going on. For whom that wasn't like, oh yeah, that's so great. Some of you don't know. Some of you might not be standing by to get some.
First thing, but when a revolution happens, they take over the radio stations because they want to get right into the
Make some noise, Meaningwave Autonomous Sound. All them wave emojis right now.
brain. It's words. You ever heard Akira the Dawn? Just press play.
Yo, Leonard. Bruh. Back it up. Peyton. And anyone else who needs to back it up. I want everyone doing squats. All right, we need squats. If you got some kettlebells, you yank them around. If you got a table, jump up on that table. You got a pull-up bar, pull that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
Stand by to get some. First thing, but when a revolution happens, they take over the radio stations because they want to get right into the thoughts of the people. Think it's going into your brain. It's words. You ever heard Akira the Dawn? Just press play. Rome wasn't built.
No.
But dead. We all know that. Everyone hears that. But Rome also didn't fall apart overnight. It took hundreds of years for Rome to reach its peak, but it also took time, hundreds of years, for Rome to decay and fall apart. And that is representative of life. You don't achieve worthwhile goals quickly or easily. They take time. They take struggle. They take relentless pursuit day in and day out. That's what it takes. That's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch every single second. Every single second, because every second counts. 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 Also, things don't usually fall apart quickly either. It's a slow process. Slip here, a little setback over there, a little wearing down of discipline and will over time. So that's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. That's why I say you've got to pay attention. That's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch
Every second counts, brand new from Akira the Donny Joker when the album gets some.
How do I deal with setbacks, failures, delays, defeat, or other disasters?
I actually have a fairly simple way of dealing with these situations. It is actually one word to deal with all those situations.
What is that?
And that is good. This is actually something that one of my guys that worked for me pointed out to me. He would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. One day he was telling me about some issue that he was having. He said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. 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 Good.
Good.
You're going to say good. You're going to say good. You're going to say good. Good. That's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say, good. Good. And I said, well, yeah. And I mean it. And that is how I feel. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. We can keep it simple. Didn't get promoted?
Good.
More time to get better. Didn't get funding? Good. We own more of the company. Didn't get the job you wanted? Good. You can get more experience and build a better resume.
You gonna say?
You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say
Good.
good. Good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Good. Needed a break from training. Got tapped out. Good. It's better to tap in training than to tap out on the street. Got beat. Good. You learned. Unexpected problems. Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out. Don't get startled. Don't get frustrated. No. You just look at the issue and you say, good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. 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 You're gonna say
Good.
You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good. I don't mean to say something that's all cliche. I don't mean to sound like a Mr. Positive. Find the positive. But do that. Do that. You can do that. Focus on the good. Focus on the good. Take that issue, take that problem, take that issue, take that problem, and make it something good. Make it something good. And bring that attitude to your team. Do. You go forward. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. 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 You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good. And lastly, I'd like to close this out. If you can say the word good, guess what?
Akira the Don and Jocko Willink. Yo.
Akira.
The comeback. Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming? Every Second Counts is the brand new single that's out on all platforms now. Now. If you are a subscriber, level 2 or above on the Patreon, on the YouTube channel subscription, you've got your download of that waiting for you. If you subscribe to us on Bandcamp, you'll already have that in your library. The album is called Get Some. August 19, 22. Coming through for you and your crew. It's true. You gonna get some. Stand by. Shouts out to David Pub Leite. Says legend says if you buy every vinyl, you transcend the cosmos. That's real. He's talking about a Meaningwave vinyl, and it's true. Currently there are 2 albums, 2 7-inch singles. And when I say 2 albums, I mean 4. 4 from 2 artists. We got 2 Alan Watts albums, 2 JBP Wave albums. And now joining them, we got Marcus Aurelius. Back the IGG campaign today to make sure that happens and you get that vinyl, that the vinyl exists. And when that happens, then more Meaningwave vinyl can exist. Who would like some Goggins vinyl? Who would like some Joseph Campbell vinyl? Who would like some Jocko vinyl? Mark Andrew Dimas says this should be a show in stadiums. When you say should, replace that with will. And we shall will it so. So that is an aim. We have a number of aims. One of those aims is indeed to take this show to the great big open spaces and the smaller underground enclosed spaces as well. Angela Williams says Goggins. XX, Naval would be epic. Replace that with Will. We're halfway through How to Get Rich. How to Get Rich is 4 albums. I have them laid out. 2 of them have been released. That's going to make a nice box set. Sheila says yes to all plus. Mark Andrew Dimas. All over the world, like I did with Hans Zimmer a couple of years ago. You played all over the world with Hans Zimmer. That's crazy. I hear Andrew Zimmer. Andrew, what do you call him? I hear Hans Zimmer is quite the party fellow. I hear he's a good time. No, he wrote one of my favorite scores, but it's like he's known for a certain kind of sound these days. My favorite score, one of my favorite scores, is one of his, and it's the one from True Romance. I can't remember, was it a kalimba or something, that instrument, that nice music in True Romance? Python Lee Jackson by Akira the Don. That's one of my old beats. I think that's on the Bandcamp, you know. I think that one actually you can find in the world. I think you can find that on the Bandcamp. XX says, if you can put Mary Monroe on vinyl, I'll buy the collection. Oh, you mean Generally Miserable with Marilyn Monroe from Meaningwave Masterpieces 1? I love that song. Says it could never happen here. Well, that's a deep cut right there. That was one of my favorite songs. I don't think you can find that anywhere now. It used to be on YouTube with a Battle Angel Alita AMV.
The walls know the whites of my eyes, but nobody knows the sound of my voice. The walls know the whites of my eyes, but nobody knows the sound of my voice.
Come on! I'm rewinding that. I'm not just going to talk over that. Holy shit. I forgot it's got into this part of my bag. This is a track. It hasn't even got a proper name that I made in like 2005, 2004. It's never been released. No, it hasn't. And it's fucking hard. Sometimes I'd be like, you know, because I'm always learning, and sometimes I'm like, I get really pleased, like Every Second Counts is the new record of Jocko, and it sounds fantastic, right? I'm like, oh, I'm so pleased. I've just got to this level of being able to execute like this. Like that record really sounds like I envisaged it. I had it in my head for like ever since I finished The Path. I knew what the next record was going to sound like and be like, and I had that like a vision of that song, you know? Not with the words. I just knew the shape of the song and the general vibe. I hadn't yet found the right Jocko piece saying what I wanted him to say, but then I found it like recently. But then, like, this record here from 2005 was fucking banger. I was making bangers in 2005. So let's enjoy this together for the first time, since I don't think I've ever played it before. And Marvel, Young Don. It's on its own, make some noise. fucking mental. What a great record. I made that 20 years ago. Almost, like what, 18 years ago? I think that was 2003 or 2004. And I don't remember making it really. You know, I used to get a lot of hash in, a lot of old records. I used to play games with my homies, you know, and we would like make records by like we'd go out to like a secondhand record shop and buy piles of records, you know, and we'd bring them back to the crib. And then we play a game where we just like put the record on and drop a needle, and wherever the needle landed, you'd have to sample from that part, whatever it was, and that would be how you'd begin your record. Then you'd chuck another record, and you'd have to do the same thing. So we weren't sitting there like shit didn't necessarily all like match properly or be harmoniously compatible or whatever. You end up with like raw fucking shit like that. That was dope. And what's cool, like I've talked about this before, there's certain points of creativity, and I remember Graham Coxon from Blur talking about how he had to like unlearn guitar. He got too good at guitar and he stopped being able to create in a certain raw sort of a way. So when they made Song 2 and that album, he like had to unlearn guitar, and he'd be like punching his hands and punching walls and shit and like taping his fingers together and stuff so he couldn't be as dexterous and nimble, and so he could get a more raw style of playing. And that's one way of doing it. But like another thing you can do if you want to go back to a place, a time where you had a certain kind of ability or you're working in a certain way is, and I do this and it really works, is you just listen to what you were listening to at the time. So for example, I've talked about this before, when I was making Grateful to the Gods with Marcus Aurelius and the Marcus Aurelius album, I wanted to capture some of the energy I had in 2004 when I made Oh What a Glorious Thing. And I wanted some of that feeling and some of that approach to melody and construction and bringing things together in a way where I was a bit less learned, you know? And so I put on the music I was listening to at that time, and what I was listening to at that time was a lot of MF Doom. I was listening to Food, and I was listening to the King Ghidorah record. And so I put those records on and I closed my eyes and I was transported back to that time and place, and I stayed there a little while, and I looked around and I smelled the smells, and I remembered the room, and I was in my old room and I was able to move around it, and all of that me that existed then, I was able to take a piece of him and bring it back to now, and he was able to help me make that Marcus Aurelius record, you know. So I might have to go visit that motherfucker that made that last joint that we played, which is called Moth Parts, and I realized what that means is it was like a working title. I had a friend called Moth Boy, and we would swap samples and shit, and he would give me like instruments or samples or like records, and I would give him shit, you know, and we would make tunes that way. So I believe that record was partly constructed with a bunch of sounds that he gave me, you know. Shout out to Moth Boy, he's a bad motherfucker. Like look him up, like he's like a real underground bass cat from back in the day. He made records with Scorn and some of those people, like really dark, violent shit, really futuristic shit. Like you listen to it now, it still sounds futuristic, and that shit was, you know, from back in the day. Back in the day when like you do shows, early laptop shows, and your laptop be as big as a table, you know what I mean? That was the vibes. XX says epic video, by the way. Oh, you mean what, right now? Oh yeah, look how cool it is. Yeah. It is cool in here. We in the house. Oh yeah, this was that Alan What's It All About video. I made this video with Kiefer Green. Shouts out to Kiefer Green, he's a bad motherfucker. If you even checked out the What's Happening series on Ryan Celsius's channel, check that out, that's Kiefer Green. He's like, he does a real excellent line in kind of doing contemporary remixes with like throwback shit, like a Nelly remix or whatever, but with like a funk beat on it, and like he does really ill visuals and shit. Anyway, shouts out to him. I'm gonna do some more shit with him. He's a bad motherfucker, I believe. I got a great big shout out, man. I gotta do nice shout outs. Spagandi, man, like spagandi. So, shout out to 199 super chat like a boss, and he says, I just bought all of the albums signed, all of them. I regret nothing. And that's hardcore. He went for the bad boy. He went for that bad man package of all of the albums all of them with the signed certificates of authenticity. That's all the Meaningwave vinyl. That's $350 worth of Meaningwave vinyl. Cop that, because he's a G and he wants Meaningwave vinyl to exist, and he wants to be like, you know. Imagine you bring a lady to the house and you got all that Meaningwave vinyl. Woo! 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 You know? It's fucking crazy town. Shouts out to Crazy Town. Get your ass over to the IGG campaign. Back Meditations on vinyl. Make sure that vinyl exists. Make sure we continue to put Meaningwave out into the universe in a physical form. And saludos desde Guatemala. Amaru Photo Video. Amaru Photo y Video. Oh, Amaru's Photo y Video. Buen dia in the Galleria was cracking. Spaghetti says, hey girl, I want to start with Divine Human. That's like that's some dangerous lovemaking music right there. What is divine is for the respect, is it? What is divine deserves our respect because it is good, baby. Yeah. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us. You know what I mean? Affection. Girls like affection. I can tell you that for sure. Hey ladies, do you like affection? Let me know. If you're a lady and you like affection, make some noise! If you a divine lady and you like affection, make some noise! Amaru Photo Video says, gracias, gracias. And I love your music. Hey. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, hermano. Me gusta Meaningwave. Me gusta Meaningwave. And it's a beautiful day for people who love Meaningwave. An album that's just been the talk of myth and of legend and of legend and of myth for many years. It's been gifted to the Meaningwave community. Isis Osiris says, love affection, and drop some hearts. That's right. Angela Williams also loves affection. And butterflies, it would appear. Quite right, too. But yes, it's a beautiful day, and the stream, I believe, is called Thank You. I think we called the stream Thank You, and that's because we want to say thank you today. You know, here at Meaningwave, we want to say thank you to you, and so our way of saying thank you to you, we're like, how can we say thank you to you? And we realized, we could give you something really, really special and rare that you don't have, that you would love. And that is a new album. Well, not a new album. It's an album that was recorded in 2019 that never got released. It was never able to be released. And it's still unreleased, but we've given you it. We've given you it. You know, so if you've ever supported Meaningwave, you have a copy. It'll be in your email. And if you're on the subscriber patron areas, Patreon, Bandcamp, them ones, YouTube subscription thing, it's there waiting for you in the area where you claim your stuff normally, all right? And if you've ever bought a Meaningwave NFT, we minted a special little gaggle of Joseph Campbell, Akira the Dawn, Mythos NFTs. Don't exist any other thing. You can't buy them. And I sent them to you personally. I delivered them from my wallet to yours individually over the course of a number of hours this afternoon. Way more complicated than it should be. You know, way more complicated than it should be. Web3 has got a lot of work to do to get easy. But then by the time it's easy, then like we'll be on to the next one. You know what I mean? Because morons will have ruined it. We'll be on to the next one. We'll be on to Web 4D. And that'll be sick. Sakura Bipolar says, what a nice present to the community. That's right. Do you have a copy, Sakura Bipolar? Because if you do not, I need to send you one. Lord. That's a Lord. I mentioned Sakura Bipolar earlier. I told you I'm playing a bunch of Sakura's AMV work right now. See all this cool stuff here? I'm playing that through my TV. Playing it through the TV. I'm giving it some of that oomph. Giving it some of that oof. Giving it some of that welly. You know what I mean? Blah. Make some noise for Sakura Bipolar. One of these days we're going to have to get to the bottom of that name and all manner of other things. One of these days. Ooh! What up, The Alliance says, we love Meaningwave. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Your music enhances everything. Well, that's bloody nice. That's a bloody nice thing to say and to read. God bless you. You are breathtaking. By Jove. Almost time to get out of here. Let's have another one. Another one for the road. From that sweet, sweet unreleased. Which is now yours, brothers and sisters. This record will be now with you to listen to. It's one of my favorite songs from this record.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Jung had a patient come to him who felt alone. And she drew a picture of herself as caught in the rocks.
Well, I'll be damned.
From the waist down, she was bound in rocks. And this was on a windy shore. The wind blowing and her hair blowing. And all the gold, which is the sign of the vitality of life, was locked in the rocks. The next picture that he had her draw had followed something he had said to her. Suddenly, a lightning flash hit the rocks, and the gold came pouring out. And then she found reflected on rocks round about the gold. There was no more gold in the rocks. It was all available on the top. And in the conferences that follow, those patches of gold were identified. They were her friends. She wasn't alone, but she had locked herself in her own little room and life. But she had friends. She had friends. Do you see what I'm meaning? This is killing the dragon. This is killing the dragon. And in doing that, you save the world. Kill the dragon, 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 save the world. Save the world. Save the world. Kill the dragon, 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 save the world.
How do I slay that dragon in me? What's the journey I have to make? You have to make. Each of us has to make. You talk about something called the soul's high adventure.
My general formula for my students: follow your bliss. Study, find where it is, and don't be afraid to follow it. Follow your bliss. Study, find where it is, and don't be afraid. If the work that you're doing is the work that you chose to do because you were enjoying it, that's it. But if you think, oh gee, I couldn't do that, that's your dragon locking you in. Oh no, I couldn't be a writer. Oh no, I couldn't do what so-and-so is doing.
Unlike the classical heroes, we're not going on our journey to save the world, but to save ourselves.
And in doing that, you save the world. I mean, you do. The influence of a vital person vitalizes. There's no doubt about it. The world is a wasteland. People have the notion of saving the world by shifting it around and changing the rules and so forth. No, any world is a living world if it's alive. And the thing is to bring it to life. And the way to bring it to life is to find in your own case where your life is and be alive yourself, it seems to me. If you have someone who can help you, that's fine too. But ultimately, the last trick has to be done by you. This is killing the dragon. save the world. Kill the dragon, save the world. Kill the dragon, save the world. Kill the dragon, save the world. Save the world. Save the world. Kill the dragon, 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 save the world.
Shit. Oh my goodness. Adrian, what's up? Make some noise, you bad motherfuckers. Make some noise. That's Akira Gunn. That's Joseph Campbell. That's Mythos. That's Mythos. Adrian Stum said, no way did Akira get permission to release the first Mythwave record. No! No is the answer. What Akira did was give it away. So it's not released. It's not going to be on Spotify. You know, it's not in any of those sorts of places. You know, it's not even going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on your hard drive. If you ever supported Meaningwave in any way, I've sent it to you. It's in your email. If you subscribe to the Bandcamp, it's there, you know. If you're on the Patreon, you've got it there. If you're on a YouTube channel membership type thing, you've got it there. As a thank you to you. You know? Adrian says on the request shows, I always ask for Say Yes to the Serpent because that's the only time I get to listen to it. We listened to that earlier. Well, now, you can listen to it at your leisure. Meaningwave supporter, I thank you. I say, God bless. You bad motherfuckers. Megan Perkins says, I'm actually mad this isn't a football chant. At least it would make it fun. I'm glad you could see the vibe I was going for. One of my things that is an aim, you know, is to have a football stadium size sort of a thing and do a show and record some stuff. You know, record some stuff for some albums. So get some choruses recorded, get some chants, things of that nature. There's a lot of stuff I want on my records. There's a thing you'll hear on the new Jocko album. And basically when we do the arena thing, we'll do a new version of that song because it's built for that kind of a situation. But, you know, in the context of the song, the arena is lots of recordings of me. You know, lots and lots and lots and lots of me all stacked together. But I look forward to, you know, taking this out into the world and getting you all to join in and record that and then put it on some songs. You know? Angela Williams says, rescue your father from the belly of the monster. Exactly. Forest Entity says, thank you so much for this album. Gracias, you know, for being here. Sakura Bipolar says, Mata al Dragon, salva el mundo. Glad the dragon is dragon. I like it when the words are the same because it's less for me to learn. I have sent it to you. I've sent it to you, Sakura. Check your communication channel. Un regalo para ti. Un regalo muy eufórico, muy épico. Con Akira the Don y Joseph Campbell. Mythos! Mythos! This is one of my favorite songs. It's like has this album not been released? Because like loads of the songs are not only my favorites, but also very useful. And I'll be talking to people and I'll be like trying to explain a thing. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, like in Mythless, You Know Where You Are, the classic Meaningwave song, which I think about all the time. It's such a brilliant concept, and it is so true. And I was having a conversation, maybe we'll talk about this afterwards, but like think about this. Like I was talking about like the lack of bald guys in contemporary entertainment. Our modern mythology, when you consider one of the purposes of myth, which is what this song is about, and it will tell you one of the main purposes of myth, it's worth considering what is lacking from our contemporary myth, what has been removed from our culture, and what we might do about that.
Akira.
He's got clout.
Well, the ego can't reflect upon itself unless it has a mirror against which to read itself, and that mirror would be the mythological schedule that lets it know where it is. It's a mirror with a schedule, a patterned mirror, and the ego sees itself in that reflex and knows where it is on the scoreboard. Just for example, a person who at the age of 40 is wondering whether he's going to be punished by mother and hasn't moved on. And a person at the age of 80 who's wondering, how's my golf score? He hasn't moved on either. This lets you know where you are. And it knows what the patterns have been of life through centuries in that position that you now are entering or holding. This lets you know where you are. Now should see himself as a free, willing, independent, self-responsible human being. And he should have certain noble heart powers that have been called to his attention and to which he has been invited to give himself, that will enable him to act in terms of nobility, not in obedience, but out of himself. And the older person must know, I'm now participating in the achievement of life. I have achieved it. And I'm looking back. And I can tell you there's a wonderful moment that comes when you realize I'm not striving for anything. And what I'm doing now is not a means to achieving something later. Youth has always to think that way. Every decision a young person makes is a commitment to a life course. And if you make a bad decision of that angle, by the time you get out there, you're far off course. But after a certain age, there's no future. And suddenly the present becomes rich. It becomes that thing in itself which you're now experiencing. And if you've been prepared a little bit for that, you're ready. You know where you are. You know where you are. Mythless, you know where you are. Mythless, you know where you are. You know where you are. I've had the experience of lecturing to old age groups, and myself actually in old age. I'll be 79 next month. I can tell you there came a gradual realization. Boy, this is it. I'm in that place, and every experience is of value in and for itself without any reference to anything that might happen. I've mentioned this to older groups, and people come up to me afterward and say, we didn't realize. It's beautiful. Just to let you know where you are. You know where you are. Just let you know where you are.
listening to that Mythos. You're listening to that sweet, sweet, sweet unreleased. You might just have a copy of that in your email. Go check your email. You might just have that in there. You ever bought a t-shirt from meaningwave.com? You'll have that in there. Less you know where you are. You know what I mean? If you're watching Star Wars and you're empathizing with Luke and you are 43, you got it fucked up. Unless you're watching one of them Disney movies, in which case I don't know what to say to you. You should not do that shit to yourself. I was talking to someone, it was Matt Lally, that was it. Talking about like men in their 40s, like when you're in your 40s as a man, you know. What period of life that is. He says to me, you know, that's the king point, right? When you're like, oh shit, I'm like 44 or whatever. I think he's 44. That's the king time. That's when you're in your king shit. Like, yeah, that's right, you're in your king shit. Or at least you should be on your king shit. And you go like, what? But if you're looking at contemporary cultural mythology, what are the 40-year-olds doing? Who's the guy in our contemporary cultural mythology? They replace the king with Homer Simpson. Man is looking to our cultural mythology, our contemporary myths, to where he should be in his life. What am I supposed to be doing? What does he see? What does a young woman see? You know, what are we letting them tell us we're supposed to be? Look at that. You know, and that's why I often look to the East, for whatever reason, for a lot of my cultural myth. I was looking at this shit. You know what I mean? This is what I look at. This is my myth right here. This is like, alright. Bop, bop! You're listening on the podcast feed. We're looking at bits of Fist of the North Star. Myth lets you know where you are. So where are you? Where are you, Meaningwave Autonomous Zone? Are you where you're supposed to be? You where you want to be? Have a look and find out. And just know if you're not where you want to be, you can get there. You can get that, brothers and sisters. And you ain't gotta do it alone. You always got a home. Right here. In Meaningtown. Your friends are always happy to see you. It's always a beautiful day to be alive. I am glad you're here. I, for one, am glad you are here. Sharing your light with the world like you're supposed to. Not being a dead pixel fucking up the screen for everybody. Being a bad motherfucker. Es un buen día en la galleria. I've had a wonderful time hanging out with you. I look forward to more wonderful times hanging out with you. We got an album together. You can get it on vinyl. Hit the link in the description. Remember this: when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, grateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and certain. And why is that? They're like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and recognize the wrongdoer as a nature related to my own. Not in the same blood or birth, but in the same mind, and possessing the share of the divine. Not the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing the share of the divine. But none of it can hurt. No one can implicate in its ugliness. Nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him. We were born to work together like feet, hands and eyes. Two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on them. These are instructions, yo. This guide you first and first. You won't die in bitterness, but cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. This guide you first and first. You won't die in bitterness, but cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. This guide you first and first. You won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. What happens is sweat, a little spirit and intelligence. Throw away your foot. Stop letting yourself be distracted. That is not allowed. Instead, as if you were dying right now. Despite your flesh, a mess of blood, pieces of bone, a woven tangle of nerves and veins and arteries. Consider what the spirit is as, but never the same as. Vomit it out and goes in again every instant like finally intelligence. Think of it this way. You're an old man. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by selfish impulse, kicked against fate and the present, and stress the future. What is divine is full of providence, leaving chances not divorce in nature, for the inweaving and empowered in the things. Hey, everything proceeds from it. Yeah. And then there is necessity in the needs of the whole world, of which you are a part. Whatever the nature of the whole does, or whatever says, saying that is good for every part of nature. The world is maintained by change, the elements and the things they become. And that should be enough for you. Treats it as an axiom, treats it as an axiom. One, nah, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. This got you flesh and foot, so you won't die in bitterness. But in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. This got you flesh and foot, so you won't die in bitterness. But in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Hey, oh, what a glorious day. Waking up in the morning, baby. Oh, what a glorious thing. You get to have the whole day. Hey, oh, what a glorious thing. Waking up in the morning, baby. Oh, why is that? You get to have the whole. This got you fast and close, so you won't die in bitterness. But in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. This got you fast and close, so you won't die in bitterness. But in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. No matter how long you've been putting this up, how many extensions the gods gave you and you didn't use them. At some point you have to recognize which world it is that you belong to, what power rules it and from what source you spring. But there's a limit to the time assigned to you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and might never return. Oh! It might never return. Never return. Oh, baby. It might never return. Not now. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, sweet baby. Sweet, 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 sweet baby Jesus. Well, it wasn't that nice, eh? If that ain't nice, I don't know what it is. Hanging out with the gang on a Friday night, like back in the day. You know what I mean? We in here now. This ain't back in the day. This is this day. This is right now, and this is where we are, baby. Right here, right now. Ain't no other place I would rather be. Watching the world wake up from history. You already know. You already know. Meditations 1. That song is from. It's coming to vinyl. Back the Indiegogo campaign to make sure it actually does come to vinyl. and get us one step closer to that stadium, Angela Williams. That's right, in the stadium. We got a stadium to do. We got a lot to do, baby. We got a lot to do, and we can only do it together. Me and you. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it don't work. Shaky Pavers is grateful for today. Pixie's out in Auckland, New Zealand, just chilling on the Meaning train. You already know what that means. 3, 2, 1. It's a high five. Are you high fiving right now? You better high five that screen while you can. I ain't gonna leave this hang. Hey, don't leave me hanging, bro. Don't leave me hanging, bro. Don't leave me hanging, bro. Come on now. You know what I mean? Join me in this moment. Join me in this beautiful moment. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And when I say it, I mean the power of your brothers and sisters connected. Connected across space and time. Yeah. It's a truly beautiful day here in the Meaning Wave universe. Mythos, Akira and Josie Campbell, has been gifted to the faithful, as was foretold in the scrolls. You know what I mean? Them deep ones down in the deep. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. You see this beautiful stuff on the screen. If you're listening to the podcast, you can't see it. It's just some of the most beautiful visual activities. This is what I look at all day. You know, I have this on in the studio, running through my stuff, looking like this. You know what I mean? This just lights up my imagination. And is in the soul. You know, this is in the soul of what I do. All of this stuff. And I get to share it with you. Ain't that beautiful? You know what I mean? Ain't that a beautiful thing? Let's check in on our campaign. We got a campaign going. It's always nice and exciting to check in on the campaign. You skirt with danger. You know what I mean? How we doing on the campaign? Let's check it out. Let's see where we at. You know what I mean? We started the show. We had like 79 backers. We lost one overnight or something. And let's see where we at now. I still can't refresh. I'm gonna click this button. Yeah, I want to leave YouTube. No, I said I wanted to leave YouTube. You son of a bitch. Ooh, swag. Look, it's me in the back. Ooh, swag. Look, it's me in the back. Ooh, swag. Look, that's me in the back. Let's check this campaign. I can't see. It's all over the way over there. Wake up! Oh shit! 85 backers! We got 85 backers up in this bitch! Oh, come on. Shouts out to the faithful. We're close to 100. We're close to our first 100 meaningful bad motherfuckers. We're getting closer. We're 82% of the way to our 8,000 goal, which is the bare minimum it will cost to press the pile of records. When we hit that, we can think about maybe beautifying the release, maybe some colored vinyl, something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe something like that. Shouts out to everyone who backed the campaign tonight. Who's in the building and has backed this vinyl campaign? Make some noise. You bad motherfuckers. Indiegogo. The link is in the description of this broadcast, wherever you may be, to go back that. And make sure you check your email for your album. Blessed says not your problem, sending through $1.99 in the manner of a champion and a warrior. God bless you. Blessed truly. This has been a blessed stream. As you can hear, I'm still not 100% fully undone. But like, you'll give me energy, and that's a beautiful thing. And I want to thank you for that, you know. And yeah, I want to thank you for everything, you know. 5 years of Meaning Wave. You know, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. We couldn't do nothing without you. It does not exist without you. Without you here, we're like that bullshit ass tree falling over in the woods. Who gives a fuck about that tree? It make no sound. It does nothing. These are beautiful days to be alive. I'm gonna play one more song. One more song in this key. This is one of my favorite keys. We in right here. Yeah. Get off that. I make a lot of good songs. I mean, I make songs in every key. I pay attention to keys, you know. What key I'm working in, there's a lot of keys. And I pay attention to them, you know. They should all get love. You notice as a DJ, you start noticing what keys get used a lot, what don't. You know, G. G's popular. F minor is mad popular. Like, I would say like 90% of rap records from, you know, like the crunk era, the party era, and all that are in that key, you know. But like, for some reason, a lot of my favorite Meaningwave songs are in G major, and like I think like the last 4 or 5 songs I played were in G major for some reason. It's got something about it, that key. It's got some kind of sense of majesty, some kind of sense of glory and of triumph. Glory and triumph are some of my favorite moods, you know. I lean in the direction of glory. I lean in the direction of triumph. Triumph. I do. Members Time says Meaningwave birthday, you know. He also said thank you, Akira, for creating Meaningwave. Well, thank you, Members Time, for being here, you bad motherfucker. You bad truck driving motherfucker, you know. Yeah, it's Meaningwave's 5th year. We're going to be having some parties. We're going to be having some parties this year. We're going to be celebrating in all kinds of ways. And I wanted to kick off the celebrations by giving you a present, you know. And that present is called Mythos. And I hope you enjoy it, you know. And if you don't have it and you think you should have it, send us an email and we'll get it to you, you know. NJ Edmonds says, I remember when I started listening in 2017. So blessed to have been here the whole time. Look at that, 5 years of NJ Edmonds enjoying that Meaningwave. It's crazy. It's a small amount of time, but it's a long amount of time. Like, you know, Oasis's whole career kind of came and went in that time. You know? A lot of bands' careers kind of like rise and fall in that time. Whereas we, over here, we just getting started. We're just beginning our journey. And I'm excited to share it with you. And I'm going to leave you with a bit of a classic. This song was created just before Meaningwave. It's kind of consists in some ways as a sort of a spiritual left bracket. Beloved of Meaningwave enjoyers, sampling a band who I liked very much for about 3 months in 2001, and I think must have been something of a great subconscious influence on a lot of what I've done. And we're doing a lot of the same things at the same time. And I discovered last week we were neighbors, which makes sense. And we DJ'd at some of the same parties. So that's very exciting. Anyway, a lot of you love this record, and I'm very, very excited to hear this record. So make some noise. Happy birthday, Meaningwave. You beautiful thing.
All the ducks are swimming in the all the ducks are swimming in the water. All the ducks are swimming in the water. All the ducks are swimming in the water. All the ducks are swimming in the all the ducks are swimming in the water. All the ducks are swimming in the water.
asking earlier if I can't remember who. Someone asked is there going to be more Wes Watson. I was communicating with Wes Watson earlier today. I love that man.
All the ducks are swimming in the water. 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 All the ducks are swimming in the water.
It's a beautiful day to be alive. What?
Call the cops, got mad motherfucking marijuana crops, got lime trees and lemon trees, got 20 dirty bitches down on the knees. Water, H2O, no big screens, no HBO, tomato, potato, these hoes just won the fat boy lotto. Please let me use your grotto, hefty bitches is my motto. If you get on top, hooker, I think you might break my throttle. I'll knock your head off, you softer than a bitch's skin, you stupid bitches cannot win. Fuck your wife, then I'll take your next again. Rent it 10, I'll stick it in your fucking fish food. Which dude's fish, rich dude's fish. I got an iPad, iMac, and your mama sucks my dick when she's high on Molly's.
This is agriculture. I grab a vulture.
Anyway, what's out of a zone?
Hold on the table. Grab a coaster.
Hey.
Those wanna cuddle. Yeah, they wanna snuggle. But, ooh, what you know about me? Nasty bitch, I'm a farmer. Come through with an ugly ass hoe. Call her two-headed llama. She wanna sleep on me. Better bring some pajamas. I got a white boy entourage. Johnny Drama.
Subject what's up? Appreciate you, my guy.
Hey,
D-Man, what's up?
Spandex. I pull up with the lamb text. Two strudel, toasted strudel. Ballin' on you. Switch two cougars, 40 plus, clutching Rugers. Black out the two-seater, MC Hammer. Have you seen her? 40 carats in the gallon, it's apparent. Your parents got 'em running like mascara. Tempers flaring. I pull up in the Ric Flair McLaren. 4 bad bitches on probation. Are you sharing? Got 'em jealous. 20 inches on you fellas. Chopper tellers got you running over. Jerome Bettis, Versace lettuce. No diamond, Gucci eyelids. I go to sleep, snobby pilots.
Old school Meaningstream, enjoy as well. Enjoy that throwback. That's a little hint of something to come. got some structure coming.
All the jocks
We
are
got some new shit coming. And we got some regularity coming. We got a show coming. We got a couple shows coming.
swimming in the water.
Who would enjoy a kind of a Meaningwave show followed by like a club after party over on Twitch? You know, like I've been saying, well, my whole like, when we take Meaningwave out into the world, what I always wanted to do was do like big ass Meaningwave shows, you know, and then afterwards go to a club and do like a DJ type thing. Because you know, I got all that in me, you know what I mean? I am the world's greatest open format DJ. You know what I mean? And then motherfuckers took that away from the people. I get messages all the time from people going, what happened in I'm in LA, I go to these clubs and like, you ain't there. We go around going, where's the world's greatest open format DJ? And everyone's like, oh, I think he... All these rumors going around, yeah, Akira the Don, he living out in Mexico, you know. DJing for the cartel or some shit, I don't know. You know what I mean? El Don. Yeah. Brother Grim says, what is this? I didn't know you were streaming tonight. You should get your notifications on, my guy. Angela Williams says, happy birthday, Meaningwave. See you in the stadium. That's what's up. I'll see you there, Angela Williams. Jakey says, we all gonna be there. That's right. Roberto Sanchez correctly. Mighty Roberto Sanchez. What up, my guy? Just join the Discord to be notified when Akira goes live. Yeah, I do drop notifications over there. I do. And the mighty people of the Meaningwave community, they'll let you know, they'll help you out. Discord is a wavy place. It's got a great meme channel. Amongst other things. What up, though? Serious Joker says, humble beats farmer, that is I. That is I. It's your guy, Akira the Don, humble beat farmer, artist, wave lord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe. Enjoy Mythos. That's your album, Meaningwave supporter. That's a gift for you. Enjoy it. Back the Marcus Aurelius vinyl campaign because you do want Meaningwave vinyl to exist. Join the Discord, join the Telegram, join those places. The links are in the description. I will see you very flipping soon, you beautiful baby you. Oh, baby, do you know I lost you? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. One last song for you. One last song for you. One last song to you. For you. Ooh.
Perfect. Shakalaka.
Whoa! Whoa, baby!
Perfect. Shakalaka.
be with all the world.
And where we had thought to find an abomination, we shall find a God. And where we had thought to slay another, we shall slay ourselves. Where we had thought to slay another, we shall slay ourselves. Where we had thought to slay another, we shall slay ourselves.
Joseph Campbell, everybody make some noise. Ow, 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 ow. See you later, you bad motherfucker, you.
First thing that when a revolution happens, they take over the radio stations and get right into the thoughts of the people. It's going into your brain. It's words. You ever heard of Akira the Dawn? Jitsu. First thing that when a revolution happens, they take over the radio stations because they want to get right into the thoughts of the people. It's going into your brain. It's words. You ever heard of Akira the Dawn? Just press play. Rome wasn't built in a day. We all know that. Everyone hears that. But Rome also didn't fall apart overnight either. It took hundreds of years for Rome to reach its peak, but it also took time, hundreds of years, for Rome to decay and fall apart. And that is representative of life. You don't achieve worthwhile goals quickly or easily. They take time. They take struggle. They take relentless pursuit, day in and day out. That's what it takes. That's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch every single second. Every single second, because every second counts. Every second counts. Every second counts. Every second counts. Every second counts.